I don't even know what to say about Trey. Super proud of him to stay ready. Markel was great. Jonas comes in and handles his business. Jake was great. Jay and Doug on the bench. Like the bench, the connection with what they're doing and what they're sacrificing and the communication is big. And Keon is just continues to be special. And then you put the ball in the hands of Zach and Debo, and they make plays. So all in all, there's things I'm sure I'm going to go back and watch the tape, and there's some turnovers again and different things, but the fight that they continue to show makes me super proud of them.
Doug, can you speak to the bench a little further about just the fight and energy, the spirit they bring that doesn't show up in these box scores?
You know, when we had this conversation at the very beginning, part of my messaging was we play with joy and we take the other team's joy. That's what we want. And that can get a little, back and forth, and I understand that, but that's the style I want to play with. And to do that, you need the support of your peoples. You have to have it. And those guys, whether it's they're playing, they're communicating, they're talking about coverages, they're making sure guys are where they're supposed to be when they come off the floor, in the timeouts, like just to hear all of that communication, which was something that, in my opinion, has been lacking for a while, like it makes me proud because it shows that they begin to trust each other because sometimes, you just don't feel comfortable saying some things. And then sometimes there are those hard things that you have to say, and they are trying to do all of that. The production and the points and rebounds and all, but it's a lot of little things that don't show up in the stat sheet anywhere. You will never see them that those guys are doing.
Any update on Douglas at all?
No. We'll see in the coming days. Probably tomorrow, the next day, we'll have an idea. But everyone just pulling for him, like stepping in, and wow. Because we're talking about Domantas Sabonis, who covers the stat sheet in a way that is difficult to do. And a lot of guys stepped in and weren't trying to do too much. They're just trying to do what they do. And that adds up to everyone pulling the rope in the same direction.
With JB, I'm looking at 15, 14, but also 4 steals, the 3 blocks.
He was dynamite, man. And he uses his fouls. Like he got right to the limit. And they're physical. He's physical. 5 offensive rebounds is huge, man. 5, it's just you can't say like those are things that Domas does when he's out there. And him understanding, still trying to figure things out, but understanding setting screens, rolling, getting downhill, playing big, playing with size, getting in the dunker, making the gravity, because if you get off of his body at 7'3", whatever he weighs, I don't know, but he's a strong man. You really have to stay close to him. So if you stay close to him, that gives angles and gaps in the lane, and our guys were taking advantage of that.
Was this game, in terms of physicality, emotion, back and forth talking, exactly what you expected it to be?
Yeah, it was everything that I had talked about to them earlier today, because if we play the style of basketball that I want to play, we're going to get into dust-ups because we ain't backing up. We're going forward. We're not sidestepping. We're going forward. And, people don't necessarily like that, and I totally respect that and understand, because when it's done to me, I don't like it. But that's what I want, and that's what I require out of them. And once they have that personality, they begin to own it, and it takes on a life of its own. And normally that takes on a life of encouragement and support and brotherhood and all the things that I want them to be about.
DeMar and Dylan got into it a little bit. It seemed like that elevated DeMar even more. Like, did you notice that?
DeMar is one of those guys you probably don't want to start chirping at, because, he scored 20,000 points in this league for a reason. He's a real deal. So, but that's okay. Like, I had the utmost respect for Dylan, how he gets down. And like we come here to win the game at any means, by any means necessary. That's just how I would like it, and that's how they want it. And when you look at a stat sheet like this and you see pretty much everybody played, and even the guys that didn't contributed more than you will ever even know, that's what Kings basketball is about.
How much are you and the players aware of the standings? Do you factor that? Do you talk to them about that at all?
No, because I think like we're still trying to work on ourselves. It's about us. It's about us working on our defense, us working on our turnovers, us working on our assists. Getting to the 3-point line and knocking those down at a really high clip. And the byproduct of doing all of that, the standings take care of themselves, in my opinion.
Anything else? Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right.